Literally came in about 10 seconds ago, the update from the National Hurricane Center, their standard 11 o'clock Eastern advisory update. Based on the missions now, the mission that's ongoing inside of Melissa, 50 miles per hour, it remains a 50-mile-per-hour tropical storm. So no change in intensity in the last few hours. That's expected. I'm looking at the data coming in from the recon. It's not showing winds any stronger than that, really. And it's not showing any signs on the satellite pictures of presenting in another way. It is still in dealing with some wind shear aloft, no doubt about that. So I don't expect it today to get much stronger than it is right now. We have to wait until that wind shear backs off a little bit, and that might take a couple of days. But once it does, we could be off to the races in a very dangerous kind of way, because it does indeed look like that Melissa is going to be lumbering around the Caribbean for a while. Now, there was some thought that eventually it might, or more quickly than some suggested, that it would escape the Caribbean and take a turn out to sea, much like the GFS model indeed has it still doing so, taking a hard right turn northward out of the Caribbean in about 48 to 72 hours. This scenario seems less and less likely with each passing hour. It never seemed particularly likely to me, but now even less so, with the European Center holding strong with Melissa at probably a pretty high intensity in the Caribbean over the weekend and into early next week. Now, I mentioned the GFS becoming more and more isolated in its tracking. Well, that was only one run from the GFS that I showed you that had it out here. There are lots of other runs from the very same model that have it out here, slightly differently, of course. When you look at it, it's ensemble tracks. The European Center is holding strong with the data in the Caribbean. The bottom line is, guys, Melissa likely stays in the Caribbean into early next week, and potentially getting very powerful along the way.
Indeed, it is indeed one to watch here in the islands because, again, the threats exist, including some very heavy rain that could accompany this tropical cyclone over the coming days. And, of course, not to mention some of the winds that'll be coming with it as well.
I mean, even if you don't get a landfall, rain is going to be a factor. So we want to talk about a complicating factor, and that's the elevation. We know that heavy rain, flash flooding, landslides are all possible for spots like the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, all very close to where Melissa is right now. And we've got hurricane conditions possible in southwest Haiti. There is a hurricane watch up. We also have tropical storm conditions possible in Jamaica. There's a tropical storm watch there. Significant uncertainty in the track, as you know, from Dr. Postel.